Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast, this time talking about the fourth release of the fifth season of Tom Baker's story, Legacy of Death. Now, Legacy of Death is part 2 of the Paradox Planet stories. Again, we've got Tom Baker playing the Doctor, Lalla Ward being Romana, John Leeson as K9 and Machina. You've got Tom Chandon, you've got Simon Rouse, and you know what? You've just got a really, really genuinely good cast. As I've complained before, and you know what, it's a small complaint and nothing worthy of comment, I'm not fond of these two-part releases because they feel like they're just trying to get more cash out of you. You end up spending 18 quid on a 2-disc release to get one story, and that's only if you go for the pre-order digital download. If you're buying the CD, you're paying 22 quid for the one story, which is admittedly what you used to pay for a DVD when it came out. It's a Tom Baker story, you know you're going to like it. It's set in the season that is, well, very high on most people's opinions. That whole Douglas Adams world of fun. It takes a specific kind of writer to be able to pull this off, and Jonathan Morris has done something storming. He truly has. He's given us a great story, something that's got the ecological message that actually matters to us, as well as the comedy and madcap sensibilities of the Adams seasons. Yes, it's a nice meandering tale, a tale of a planet at war with itself across time, which, as Big Finish so often do, is the sort of thing that makes you go, hasn't that been done before? And then you go, no it hasn't, and then you go, why? How is it not been done before? How did no one spot this? How did no one go, I know what we'll do planet at war with itself across time? It makes so much sense, it's so obvious, and that's what makes this a great story. Actually, it's not. What makes it a great story is the fact that it is a great story. Yes, the sheer mechanics of the time travel are important. Yes, the ecological message is pivotal to everything, but it's the characters, the performances, and their motivations that make this. The villains are not villains, they're just people trying to do their best, and that's when villains are at their best. When they think they're in the right, and they have perfectly good and reasonable arguments, that's what makes a spectacularly good villain. Here's the synopsis.
This is K9. You are listening to Tin Dog Podcast. Please do not switch off.
The Doctor, Romana and K9 have found themselves trapped in a temporal war. On Aoris, the planet battles the future fights back. With both sides of the war now capable of time travel, the conflict is about to enter a deadly stage. As the pieces of history lock into place, there is little the Doctor can do. With more time tanks moving into combat, the endgame is approaching. The people of Aoris risk extermination at their own hands. Can even the Doctor save the planet twice in the same day? Well, of course he can. Well, Romana can. No, K9 can. No, they all can. Yes, and that's the important bit. Actually, that is the tremendously important bit. There are solutions, of course, that demonstrate themselves all the way through the story. And, just like real life, we ignore them. It does make you think, to such an extent that you will get depressed if you think about it too much. But getting depressed about the state of the planet will not help the planet. It won't help you, and it won't do anything except make you more depressed. You need to change these things. We all do. And you know what? This has more of an important message than the Green Death. And that is the sort of thing that a writer can be proud of. So I'll play the trailer to you and you can decide for yourself. But until next time, be seeing you.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. Doctor Who, The Fourth Doctor Adventures, The Legacy of Death.
I am an ambassador from the future, from Era 24, sent here to negotiate peace.
There can be no peace while your people send raiders to steal our endangered species and crystals.
They're going on the offensive!
Machina, preserve us! Commence time dive.
All galleons, synchronize for time dive. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've just had word from our agent in the command bunker. They say the Doctor's been captured, along with another man from the past.
Doctor? Romana mentioned a doctor.
Romana? Where is she?
Conduct Romana to the altar. She is to be granted an audience with Medea.
Disobey the will of Machina is forbidden.
In that case, I wouldn't dream of keeping it waiting.
She claimed to have detailed knowledge of time travel.
She did?
So perhaps you would care to share that knowledge with me?
Oh, no. The Doctor didn't agree to help Embery, did he?
Big Finish. We love stories.
That was the Doctor Who Tin Dog podcast, available on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, RSS, Vimeo, and across the internet. Doctor Who and its associated properties are all copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Why not become a supporter by visiting patreon.com/tindog. Contact the show on tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.